money in the power.
Good morning.
You been blaming me? You ain't got no reason to blame me. You must be mad at yourself or something. You know, it's like they say, blame stands for big lying and making excuses.
Greetings.
All I talk is politics like a politician. I got 20s on 20s, can you see my vision? With precision I move forward.
Good morning.
Can't be trapped by love, cause me, that's a prison.
That's
I
right.
know you say you love me, but we both know our future is all together. Now you wanna blame me. Either way I go, I know you understand my grammar. I'ma keep on taking pictures in front of the camera. And when it's all said and done, we won't be
Get
together.
your breakfast,
Why
get
you
your
keep on blaming me?
cornflakes.
Cause I'm doing better. Yeah.
Good morning.
Doing better.
Good morning, Jazzy. Yes.
Yeah.
Good morning to all of you beautiful people. Yes.
Cause I'm doing better. I can't believe you wanna bring to me all the stress. Once upon a time, we
That's
was Romeo
right.
and Juliet. Whenever you alone, I'm the one you phone. Everything was good until you got your own. I'm not gonna be a player hater, I'm a congratulator. Now let me
You know
get
what
back
time
to
it is, Brother
And I'ma
Alex.
keep flossing and crossing my teeth, dotting and all in my eyes. Here we go.
Let's go.
I can't do it all the time. I know you think I'm shady. I'm just out here
Yes,
making
I
money.
am.
I'm trying to blame
You know that.
Now you wanna throw a fit and drive me crazy.
I'm off the rails. Yes, it's me, Triple H, ladies and gentlemen.
You understand my grammar. I'ma keep on taking pictures in front of the cameras. And when it's all said and done, we won't be together. Why you keep on blaming me?
Why are
Cause
you
doing better.
blaming me? Come on.
Why you wanna blame me? Huh?
You're driving, Yazzie? Good, good.
Be a team.
All right, you know what time it is. It's showtime. Let's go.
Feel like I'm stuck in a cycle.
Where are my conservative friends?
Time.
It's feeling like deja vu once again, right? Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen? Let's do it.
It's deja vu when I'm riding up the tracks. I'm like the Terminator.
Let's go!
It's deja vu when I'm out here flying first class. It's like every week I gotta take out the trash. I'm on top of my game, ahead of the class. You can tell that I made it. Look at my grass. Cars in the garage with tanks full of gas. I play the game so raw, I won't finish last. Sitting in my living room screaming how we made it. This is how it's supposed to happen when you're rich and famous. The algorithm turned me to a maniac. I guess we going viral cause my zodiac. I got all these numbers on my spreadsheet. Benjamin Franklin is my bestie. And if they is my ex, that mean they left me. They don't give me pies if they text me.
Let's go.
I say it with my chest cause I'm in it.
That's right.
Got a lot of confidence and I'm conceited. Call me the master with a new whip.
Let's go.
I'ma take off in a spaceship.
I'll tell you what, I haven't gone into Zeus's live in a couple of days.
Yes.
Shit was radical.
Very radical.
It was horrible. I'm like, Zeus has gone way off the rails.
It's like deja vu. It's like deja vu. It's like deja vu. It's like deja vu. I told you. It's deja vu when I'm riding up these racks. I'm like the Terminator screaming. I'll be back. It's deja vu
I'll
when I'm
make
out
you
here flying
famous.
first class. It's like every week I gotta take out the
Let's
trash.
go.
It's return of the man. They say I'm off the rails. I can't wait for you. I get it for myself. So many places to be. I got plenty. Act like you've been here before. We start trending. Don't mistake me for a lame or a goofy. Rockstar life is like a movie. Hollywood, Hollywood, where you be at? I remember when I used to drive a Fiat. Now they looking for me like a Ray Epps. It's a conspiracy how I keep on getting checks. This money keep on falling like it's dominoes. Special delivery and I got a lot to blow. I'm feeling like I've been here before. Deja vu is hitting me to the core. Memories flashing back once more. I'm feeling like I'm living in a metaphor. Yeah, it's deja vu. It's deja vu. I feel like I'm stuck in time. It's deja vu. I feel like I'm losing my mind.
Right.
It's deja vu. I can't escape this rhyme.
Right.
It's deja vu.
Good
It's
morning.
a never ending climb. It's deja vu when I'm riding up these racks.
like deja vu out here on TikTok. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's daily show. Let me make sure most of you know who I am. I go by the name of Zeus, or as some love to call me, Triple H, right? And why do they call me Triple H, ladies and gentlemen? Well, the answer is very clear, right? The first H is because I am the most honest person out here on social media. There's nobody more honest than me, okay? I promise to tell you nothing but the truth. So help me God, okay? All right, so that's the first H. The second H, good morning, everyone. Yes, it is I, Triple H. The second H, ladies and gentlemen, is because I am the most humble person out here on social media. Listen, if I get it wrong, I promise I will apologize. I'll give you a great example. My mom said, I need you to cut the grass, son. And I said, I did cut it, but then I missed the part. Guess what I'll do? Oh, I'm so sorry, Mom. I forgot I missed the part. I should have used the weed whacker too. Listen, my apologies. I'm so sorry. And I'll go back and fix it. That's how humble I am. I'm a good son, as a matter of fact, now that I think about it. And the last H, ladies and gentlemen, is because I am the most handsome. I really am. All right. Now, I gotta be 100% transparent. For those of you who do not know what we do on this side of TikTok, what we do is we hold our friends on the right accountable for all of the stuff they're doing, and that includes the former president, right? H is hilarious. Okay, I can dig that. But Triple H, I don't know. I think I like the name Triple H. So for those of you who are afraid of the truth, if you are one of these folks that like QAnon conspiracies, and you're one of these folks that somehow think President Biden is guilty and Trump is innocent, I'm going to be 100% transparent. This live will probably be the most uncomfortable 1.5 hours of your day. And now is your chance to leave. Exit stage left, okay? Because listen, why stay where you don't want to be? Why stay somewhere where you're not comfortable, right? But you don't got to take my word for it. Listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S.,
that's right.
If you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Run! Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Now, as you can see by the graphic above, I will be talking about Jim Jordan and the things going on around him. All right. But before we go into that, thank you to all my subscribers. Please put those Jack Smith pictures up so that the people in the comment section can see who Jack Smith really is. Now, the first and most important thing that I would love to address, ladies and gentlemen, it has to do with what we all have seen circulating on the news. And it's one of the most alarming things that I've heard. This audio tape that just broke loose, okay, is probably one of the most alarming audios I've ever heard. And if there is a person out there that claims to be a true patriot and a supporter of Donald J. Trump, after this audio tape, I'm going to have to be very clear. You can't be a patriot and a Trump supporter. And today is the day you need to cut it out. And I don't want to hear a thing about Hunter Biden. No more talking about Hunter Biden and those infamous tapes. I got someone out here. They sent me these tapes about Hunter Biden. They said, Zeus, listen to this tape. Zeus, listen, I listened to the tape. It was nothing but Hunter Biden on one of his drug rants. It was nothing as dangerous as this. There's nothing that Hunter Biden did that compares to this audio tape. So for those of you who need a friendly reminder, let's listen to what Donald Trump was doing. Let's listen to what this so-called fake,
bad, sick people.
Right.
That was your coup, against you.
Well, it started right at
It's
the
like when
beginning.
Millie's talking about, we're going to try to do a coup. No, they were trying to do that before you even were sworn in.
That's right.
Trying to overthrow your election.
Well, with Millie, let me see that. I'll show you an example. He said that I wanted to attack Iran. Isn't it amazing? I have a big pile of papers. This thing just came out. Look. This was him.
You hear the papers?
They presented me this. This is off the record, but they presented me this. This was him. This was the Defense Department and him. Wow. We looked at some. This was him. This wasn't done by me. This was him. All sorts of stuff. Pages long. Look. Wait a minute. Let's see here.
Yeah.
I just found, isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
This totally wins my case, Except it is like highly confidential secret. There's secret information. Look at this. You attack, and
Hillary would print that out all the time.
she sent it to Anthony Weiner,
Yeah.
the pervert. By the way, isn't that incredible?
Yeah.
I was just saying, because we were talking about it. And he said he wanted to attack Iran and what? These are the papers. This was done by the military, given to me. I think we can probably, right?
I don't know, we'll have to see. Yeah, we'll have to try to
Declassify.
figure out
As president, I could have declassified.
Yeah.
Now I can't. But this is
now we have a problem.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
It's so cool. I mean, it's so. Here I have. And you probably almost didn't believe me, but now you believe me.
No, I believe
It's
you.
incredible, right?
No,
Hey, bring some
Cokes
Cokes in, please.
Bring some Cokes in. Oh my God. You know what I got to say about this? And first of all, this is what I got to say about this. That after listening to that continues to bring up Hunter Biden and not address the elephant. This is actually more than one. This is a whole herd of elephants in the room. And you don't want to talk about this? Shame on you. You don't care about the United States of America. You only care about getting off on this so-called owning the libs nonsense. You don't care that you're putting thousands of lives at risk because you're endorsing this guy. Do you really think he deserves to have a second chance in the White House with this kind of conduct? Wake up, folks. While you might be falling for it, I'm not falling for it, and millions of Americans aren't going to be falling for this. What on earth is he doing showing these classified documents? And then he has the audacity to bring up Anthony Weiner as if he's some sort of saint, as if Donald J. Trump is some sort of saint, as if we don't have him already being found liable for being what he just branded someone else as a pervert. And then he ends it by, can you bring us some Cokes? You know what? Can anybody do me a favor and find out if Jack Smith needs any help? Because at this point, I'll do it for free. I will help Jack Smith indict Donald Trump at this point. I'll just go ahead and say, let's just go ahead and give it the good old-fashioned try. All right? And you know what he says about Jack Smith?
He's deranged.
No, yeah, he says
deranged
Yeah.
Jack Smith.
Right.
And he's a big Trump hater. Openly, he's a Trump hater. And his wife is even more of a Trump hater.
Yeah. You know what, Jack Smith? Keep doing your thing, because it's stuff like that I'm going to make sure I keep bringing front and center. So I don't want to hear another thing about Hunter Biden or President Biden. The smoking gun is out. We have him on tape. And there's more tapes, by the way. This is just that one that actually triggered the FBI to actually show up at Mar-a-Lago and say, where are those documents? Like I said, if you don't like this truth, ladies and gentlemen, you might want to exit stage left, because it's going to get a little hotter in here. Why are you talking about Hunter Biden? What exactly has Hunter Biden done that you would say is at this level or worse? Anyone? Can anyone out there tell me what Hunter Biden has done that's at this level or worse? And by the way, Hunter Biden is a private citizen. He is not an elected official, okay? So please, drop it. Let me move on to my next topic, because I got a couple of things to talk about before I open up these boxes. They don't like me because I tell the truth. Well, guess what? I'd rather tell the truth and be realer than you than to be out here believing a lie. I see these comments out here. Zeus is a Democrat operative. He's being paid for by the DNC. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. No strings attached. I'm not a hand puppet. No. I'm doing this out of the kindness of my heart, because I want to make sure that I don't ever hear this excuse from anybody on the right. And here's the excuse. This is what they like to say on the right? When we start to, hold them accountable. They say, oh, I didn't know that because, I can't keep up with all of that information. I get my news from social media, like Donald Trump's QAnon website. Truth Social, yeah. So that's why we do these lives out here on TikTok. Because you can't say you didn't talk to Zeus or any of his friends. No, we know you had the information because we told you on TikTok. All right, let's move on to the next topic today, and this is of utmost importance. FBI and Homeland Security ignored massive amounts of intelligence before January 6th. I knew it. Don't boo me. Don't boo me. Would you rather me lie? I'm telling you folks the God honest truth out here. Okay, do not boo me. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, according to the Associated Press, there's a report that contains dozens and dozens of credible information about what was happening leading up to January 6th. Okay, there were tips that was sent to the FBI, and many of you know the FBI was caught flat-footed when the Trump supporters, let me rephrase that. When Donald Trump and his supporters engaged in that criminal conduct on January 6th, they like to say it was Nancy Pelosi and Ray Epps, but none of the reliable information that has been made available to the public, go to those .gov websites, none of that information ever mentions Nancy Pelosi. It always talks about Trump and his minions. And that's why I continue to remind people, Donald Trump is responsible for what happened on January 6th. So listen, the report contains dozens of tips about violence on January 6th that the agencies received and dismissed, either due to their lack of coordination, bureaucratic delays, or trepidation on the part of who was collecting it. The FBI, for example, was unexpectedly hindered in its attempt to find social media posts planning for January 6th protests when their contract for its third-party social media monitoring tool expired. And listen, at the Department of Homeland Security, they say analysts were hesitant to report open source intelligence after criticism in 2020 for collecting intelligence on American citizens during racial justice demonstrations. But it gets worse, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, one tip received by the FBI ahead of the January 6th attack was from a former Justice Department official who sent screenshots of online posts from members of the Oath Keepers extremist group. And they said, quote, "The only way in is it's not signs, it's not rallies, it's with bullets." Wow! Yeah. Like I said, you know what bothers me about January 6th? And the only reason I'm bringing this up is because I want folks to understand that the FBI, their main reason for being delayed, according to this article, you could go read it for yourself, is, and I had to give it some thought, and I said, you know what, this does make sense, because I didn't understand why it took them so long to respond, and I didn't understand how come they didn't prevent it. So across the board, all these folks that are at the top of these various agencies, right? They said, we couldn't believe that they would actually do that. Not one time in our minds did we ever think that the president of the United States would lead an insurrection. So for the most part, they kind of had an idea this was, fomenting out there. They had that idea that, people are upset. But the last thing that they ever thought was that Donald Trump would do something like this. And that's what took them so long to respond. And I want to make sure I point that out to the Trump supporters. This is why folks like Jack Smith and Merrick Garland and the DOJ are needed. Because we had somebody in the White House that led an insurrection against the United States. And this same person was supposed to be the person that protected the United States. And it was Donald J. Trump. Yeah. It's, and like I say to the Trump supporters, listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave.
Right.
As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave.
That's right.
If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now.
Right.
Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
And I agree. Get on out of here. You don't take those American products, those American boots, those American clothes, those American trucks, those Chevys and those Ford pickup trucks, and you use them to attack the United States Capitol. Don't you dare. You want to do that? You go on over there to Russia. I hear Vladimir Putin needs folks like you to help him fight his wars. Go on over there to Russia. You don't like Russia? Go on over there to North Korea with Kim Jong-un. You don't like North Korea? Well, why don't you go on over there to China with President Xi? But don't you dare take those American anything and use it against the United States Capitol. And you heard that from me, Zeus boy. You need to straighten up. And, meanwhile, while all this stuff is happening, you still got these folks in Congress, mainly the Republicans. You got Republicans like Jim Jordan, ladies and gentlemen. And you saw the picture that I put up of Jim Jordan. Jim Jordan don't want to talk about these things that really matter. No, he's so busy out here being a yes man for the former president and kicking up dust with conspiracy theories about Hunter Biden, trying to throw us all off of his scent. And now I'm understanding why Jim Jordan is doing that. He's doing all of this because he knows what's coming down the pipe for him. See, a lot of people don't know this about Jim Jordan. And to be quite honest, I didn't either. But I think this is also worth bringing front and center out here to the TikTok kingdom, right? We all want to know the truth, right? All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, here's some truth. Go ahead. I know the best thing to do in the morning is get some coffee and listen to Zeus, because that'll wake you up. But this is going to wake you up a little more, and it may be a trigger warning to some folks, but you know what? It has to be, because this is the United States of America. We can't hide information. And to the victims, you know, my heart goes out to you, because I know it's taken a lot of bravery for you to get to this point, and I'm going to encourage you to keep up the good work. But we can't go without making sure that this information is shared so that folks understand why we do what we do out here on TikTok. So, ladies and gentlemen, the Supreme Court handed Ohio State University a potentially costly defeat on Monday by refusing to reconsider a lower court ruling that said former students should be allowed to sue it for failing to protect them from a SA predator decades ago. Yeah, this decision came almost a year after the 6th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals said that another federal judge erred in 2021 when he ruled that the statute of limitations in the case against Dr. Richard Strauss has ran out. Don't try to cover up these crimes. No. And Jim Jordan, we need you front and center to talk about it. Do not bring up Hunter Biden again, Jim Jordan. We want you to weigh in on this situation, which reports are saying you have been tied to. Now, there was a lot of things happening at Ohio State involving SA, and I hear there was almost 200 victims by this doctor. And the issue is, these cases, while they were reported, they didn't do anything. The administrators didn't do anything. The victims didn't even realize that they were victims until years later. And what's even more outrageous is Jim Jordan's way of handling this. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this article goes on to say, listen, among those employees, right, mentioned in the complaint is Rep. Jim Jordan of Ohio, who was the assistant wrestling coach at Ohio State from 1986 to 1994, and who has been accused of failing to stop this SA predator Strauss from SAing the student athletes. Greetings, tea drinker. Jordan has repeatedly denied any knowledge of what Strauss was doing. Shame at the highest level. Jim Jordan released a statement through his spokesman, and he says, our statement has never changed. According to his spokesman in an email, Congressman Jim Jordan never saw or heard of any of the abuse, and if he had, he would have dealt with it. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to make sure when you see this guy, Jim Jordan, and you saw me, I had these pictures up earlier, right? I had these pictures up earlier. Wait a second. That's a different one, but I'll bring up that one in later. Yeah. This is Jim Jordan in action, ladies and gentlemen. You see him right there. This is Jim Jordan, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so don't bring up Hunter Biden's laptop again. Okay, I've seen enough of the Hunter Biden stuff, to be quite honest. Yes, he was loaded. Okay, yeah, he was saying a lot of crazy stuff. But which of you out there hasn't been under those things before? Okay, you don't act like you're all of a sudden saints. You know you've been drinking those Budweisers. I've seen you. Don't act like like you all of a sudden have found Jesus. Okay, no. And don't bring Jesus into it because we've already dealt with that. If you're going to quote Bible scripture, if you're going to talk Bible, be prepared to talk Bible scriptures. All right, now let's move on to our next topic, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my gosh, they don't like me because I'm telling the truth, ladies and gentlemen. But guess what? I'd rather tell the truth and be realer than you than to be out here believing a lie. All right, listen, we're almost over, and then we're going to open up these boxes. Fair enough? I want to bring this situation up to the Trump supporters, okay? Full transparency, Manhattan DA's office seeks Melania Trump's emails in the hush money case. Thank you, Rick! Thank you all for the gifts and the follows and the subscriptions. I do appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, between Special Counsel Jack Smith's 37-count federal prosecution of the U.S. Department of Justice and Manhattan Attorney Alvin Bragg's 34-count prosecution, Donald Trump is facing 71 felony counts. How many is President Biden facing? Can someone remind me how many felony counts President Biden is facing? Because I can't seem to remember. And his efforts to overturn the 2020 presidential election results are the focus of two separate criminal investigations, one by Jack Smith and the other one by Fulton County DA Fani Willis. But ladies and gentlemen, here's what I wanted to make sure you are all aware of. According to the Associated Press reports, the Manhattan DA's office is seeking email exchanged among Trump Organization employees and White House as well as emails between Trump's wife, Melania, and Rhonda Graff, a longtime company executive. Let's go ahead and give Alvin Bragg a round of applause because, listen, we got to keep in mind that Melania Trump used several email addresses and texts and Signal. If you don't know what Signal is, that's like another third-party app like WhatsApp, okay, to communicate with a lot of people and may have inside information. No, I am not lying, Brother Alex. This is serious. This is the commander-in-chief's wife being implicated in these hush money payments and corrupt business things that occurred. And Donald Trump had to have sent her text messages and lied about it. She probably sent him text message and was like, what is this going on? What am I hearing about this and that? And in typical fashion, he probably lied to his wife. Shame! They don't like me because I tell the truth, ladies and gentlemen. But guess what? Someone has to, right? Now, the last thing I'm going to talk about is this. Trump supporters. I have some information that you might want to reconsider. So this woman right here, ladies and gentlemen, has requested that Donald Trump stop using her, okay? She says, I am not a victim. Let's give you some context, ladies and gentlemen. This woman, Pam Hemphill, a 69-year-old woman who was sentenced to 2 months in a prison last year for her role in the January 6, 2021 storming of the Capitol, told former President Donald Trump to stop using her for political gain. Yeah. See, I got to remind Trump supporters, there's hope. Now, this woman, she went on to tell Donald Trump, who was out there on Truth Social, trying to say Hunter Biden got worse treatment than her. She went on and she clapped back at Donald Trump. She goes, after Trump shared a post about Hemphill being given more prison time than Hunter Biden, Hemphill told Trump to stop using her name. Please, Donald Trump, don't be using me for anything. I am not a victim of January 6th. I pleaded guilty because I was guilty. Hashtag stop the spin. I'm going to have to start saying that. Hashtag stop the spin. To my conservative friends out there on the right, please listen to this woman who I would argue is probably a more Trump supporter than you. You're not a real Trump supporter unless you were actually there on January 6th, as far as I am concerned. When you get folks that were actually there on January 6th, even the QAnon shaman, go listen to them. They will tell you that they were wrong. So how is it that they've concluded that they were wrong and you still are out here believing the lie? Like this woman said, do us all a favor. Stop the spin. All right. It's time to open up these boxes and hear from those of you out there. But before we do, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and give Jack Smith his moment to shine.
Jack Smith. He's a Trump hater. His wife's a Trump hater. His family's a Trump hater. He's deranged. They hate him with a passion. They'll do anything they can to Jack Smith. But he's a harasser and an abuser.
Right.
And he's a big Trump hater. Openly, he's a Trump hater. And his wife is even more of a Trump hater. Donald Trump is indicted and they take one charge and they turn it into 36 charges. Deranged. Jack Smith. He's deranged. Jack Smith. He's a Trump hater. His wife's a Trump hater. His family is deranged. Jack Smith. They hate him with a passion. They'll do anything they can. Every time. Donald Trump is indicted and they take one charge and they turn it into 36 charges. Jack Smith. He's a Trump hater. His wife's a Trump hater. His family's a Trump hater. They all hate Trump. They hate him with a passion. They'll do anything they can to hurt Trump. But he's a harasser and an abuser.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to hear from those of you who are brave enough to get in the box and tell the truth. Listen, there's no secret to what we do. We just tell the truth. I don't have to coordinate with anyone. You can disagree with Zeus. Just please come in the box, share your truth. No cursing, okay? We don't curse. We try not to call each other names or even mention other content creators, but I am starting to realize that there are some content creators that they're just so notorious. I can't stop it, but for the most part, try to avoid doing it, ladies and gentlemen, because listen, this is a place where truth resides, all right? Now, let's bring up our first panel.
Good morning, sir.
How are you doing, brother?
I'm all right. Good morning on the West Coast there.
Yes. Good morning to you on the East Coast.
So I just wanted your theory or opinion on something. Because the gentleman seemed to talk about himself in the third person quite a bit.
Right.
And when he says he's being, what is he, the current indictments regarding what's he being indicted for at the moment?
The handling of the classified documents, the violations of the Espionage Act and willful retention.
Correct. Okay. So when he goes on TV and he says, "I'm being indicted for you," right? How is he being indicted for someone who didn't steal documents? He didn't hide documents. What does he mean by I don't think he's being indicted for his supporters. They're not in trouble for stealing documents and hiding them and showing classified information.
Right. So what do you think he meant by that, Joby? Because for the life of me, I don't know what he meant. Right.
Well, you can't make sense of the nonsensical, and there's no way to make sense of that. So I can't really answer that question. But he's trying to play it off that him and his followers are all the victims. When the fact is that he is the lawbreaker, not the Trump supporters. They didn't steal no documents. They didn't show classified documents. They didn't hide classified documents. He did. So how is he being indicted on that charge for them?
Yeah. Do you think that
anybody wants to chime in?
Perhaps he's saying that, but you know what? I don't even want to pretend like I know. Trump supporters, let's just ask them directly. Are there any Trump supporters out here? First of all, are there any Trump supporters still here? I know at the very beginning I said, you don't have to stay here. But if there are still some Trump supporters, can you please clarify? Good morning, Mama Red One. Alex is here. Okay, he's a Trump supporter. He's a very.
But you got to ask him. Are there any Trump supporters in the chat that are being indicted for stealing classified documents.
Yeah. Oh,
So
okay.
if you are, just say yes, you are, and let me. We'll talk to you.
Because we're having a hard time unpacking what he means when he says he's being indicted for you. So, okay. So what does he mean when? I know Go Dogs is a Trump supporter. Go Dogs. What does he mean when he says he's being indicted for you? Is there something you would like to tell us?
So, and when he's being indicted down the road a little bit for paying off hush money to a porn star, I want to know how that I want to know how he's doing that for you.
Oh,
are you also being indicted for hush money to a porn star?
Snuggles. Maybe Snuggles can answer it. Is there a Snuggles in the building? If can someone go retrieve one of the biggest Trump supporters I've ever met, Snuggles, and please ask him what the heck does he mean when he said he's being indicted? And he also said, they're not going after me, they're going after you.
No, I don't.
He's just standing in the way.
Yeah. So how is he in the way of? How is he in the way? How are they going after Trump supporters for stealing documents, and he's in the way of that?
Right.
You see what I'm saying, people? He doesn't make any sense, is what I'm trying to say.
So we're gonna have to table this, Joby, and maybe someone later will be able to come up and give us an explanation. But they're radio silent right now. They're radio silent right now. Are y'all confessing to some? Is he saying that y'all are a part of the crimes?
Exactly.
Has he shared these classified documents with any of you on some of these websites like Parler? Or, wherever you get your.
And I heard the tape now, because before I heard the tape, I was assuming or just saying that maybe he was just ruffling some papers in front of somebody and all of that. But after hearing the tape in its entirety, it's obvious that he's showing classified documents, and even the people in the background are saying he shouldn't be showing them.
Okay, wait a second, Joby. Now, can I ask you what percentage of you? Because there's a lot of people out there. We got about a minute left, okay? But I'm going to pause it to make sure I can ask this question. What percentage of you believes that Trump may have just been acting this whole thing out just to play a trick on the American people and show how corrupt the DOJ is? Because that's out there, right? He said that those weren't really classified documents. Those were newspaper clippings, right? And other papers. What percentage of you believes that?
0. And I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Because Trump would not, he would not take this kind of heat for anybody. He would never sacrifice himself for a single person. If he was that way, he is the former president of the United States. He ain't speaking about 1 minute on whether he's going to help the people who've been arrested for him and spending time in jail. He could be helping them right now. You don't got to be president to help them.
Right. Okay, so this pretty much that debunks that one. Now, there's still people out here saying that Trump is not guilty, Joby. This is the last one, right? They're saying that Trump is not guilty. So they're saying you're making it all up. What do you say to those people?
I say they are correct. He is not guilty until proven guilty, and he will be proven guilty. And when he's proven guilty, will you still say he's not guilty? Of course you will.
Oh, right, because they're going to bring up the whole appeal thing, right?
They move the goalpost, Jack.
Yeah. They're getting the extra workout with the goalpost.
Because remember all the whining before about maybe a year ago or 9 months ago? Where are the indictments? Where are the indictments? Well, they're here now. So let's follow this through. The next thing will be like, you know what? Well, where's the handcuffs? Where's the mugshot? then after that, it's like, well, where's the orange jumpsuit? Then after that, it's like, where's the slippers? It's just going to keep moving the goalpost.
Yeah, exactly. Well, listen, Brother Joby.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you doing all you do, and I appreciate you helping me to silence these fake TikTok hosts on TikTok. Going in there and telling them the truth without blinking. All right, brother.
All right, man. Be safe out there, my friend. Peace.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give Brother Joby a round of applause. Listen, it's not that hard, ladies and gentlemen, to get in the box and tell the truth. You know, it's just shocking that I have yet to hear anybody that is a Trump supporter get out and openly say Donald Trump was wrong. Good morning, Nita. Where is the accountability, folks? I would love to hear it. All right. Let's bring up our next panelist. I don't think I've met this person before. Still, how do you say that? Still nicheless?
Can you hear me?
Yes, good morning. How do you say your name?
Hi, good morning. Still nicheless.
Still nicheless. All right, good morning. How are you?
I'm okay.
All right, this is our first time doing business, right? Still?
Yeah, I really don't go into these lives because sometimes I feel that people are just not really listening and they just want to listen to what they want to believe to what they want to believe.
Right.
So,
Well. Before you get started, this doesn't count against your time. I got to ask you some questions. All right, and these are questions that are of utmost importance in the kingdom. Fair enough. All right. In your opinion, did President Biden steal the 2020 election?
I'm kind of like in the middle with that. I feel like it could be possible that that Biden did do something with the polls or whatever, because
Okay, I get it. I'm gonna give you another chance to redeem yourself. Okay. Okay. The next question is it's a little bit trickier, but it's right along those lines. In your opinion, who would you say is responsible for the attack on the Capitol on January 6th?
I think both sides were. See, I'm kind of like in the middle with everything. I do have an understanding of a little bit about what politics is all about, and I do really think that
Well, okay, there's
they
one
play a
more
lot with
question,
us.
and then we'll get into this. Okay, there's one more question. I think you might get this one right. In your opinion, is President Biden guilty of any crimes?
I have not been following anything. I mean, I hear that he has done stuff, but
Okay.
I don't think that there's anything out there that he's done really, because there's just really no proof of it.
Okay.
Until I see proof of it, then I'll believe it.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm gonna take your word on it. And perhaps today this might help you figure out where to be. Because being in the middle, right? You know what the Bible says about being lukewarm, right?
Yeah,
we don't want
I
to
know.
be we don't want to be lukewarm, right?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. So what exactly thank you for having the courage to come in the box. What exactly did you want to speak to?
So I just want to speak in general about what from what I analyze about politics. I think that they're playing with us. And the reason why I say this was because when I went to college, I took some political theory classes, and I have an understanding about what they need to do to keep the people in control. You understand? And sometimes that means that they would have our leaders would have to do whatever necessary to keep us on check. You understand? So ever since because I studied political science, and almost all my courses made me understand that. And this is the reason why I didn't want to get into it.
But what about, the Bible and how it tells us we are to obey the governments that God puts us in place? Do you subscribe to that kind of beliefs?
Yes and no.
So you pick and choosing what, because I get what you're saying, that there's a lot of things that you have questions about when it comes to leadership and governments, right? But for the most part, when people tell me, well, they don't trust the government, I'm going, well, do you fly? Have you ever flown in an airplane?
Yes.
And you know the government has a big hand in the safety, right? You know that's why they have the FAA. You eat food, right? And you know the government has a hand with the FDA and stuff. So when they say they don't trust the government, my first question is, what part of the government don't you trust? Because maybe that can help clarify things. Does that make sense? Because
I think that government, it's fine. Government is fine, but like I do believe in limited government. I don't think that they should be dictating every single thing because you know we have, that's why we have checks and balances. If we have only one party, then what's going to happen? Who's going to check them?
right, but which party would you say most closely aligns with you? If,
I'm a Catholic, you know, so
oh, okay. So I
I, you
think I
know,
know, but is it the Republican Party?
I used to be a Democrat, then I went over and became a Republican. But my understanding is that
Wait a second. When'd you do that?
when did I do that? When
Yeah.
Obama came in. And the reason was because I'm a Catholic and he did during his time was when all this stuff with the LGBT thing came on. So, you know, like that's just me because I'm a Catholic and I'm a Catholic Christian and I believe in what I believe in, you know?
Got it.
So I said to myself, okay, you know what Democrats are kind of like doing with the abortion stuff and everything. I was like, no, this is not what
But aren't
I
you
stand for.
didn't you say earlier, and I know we're a little over, but I just got to make
Yeah.
sure we get this on the same page, right? Because
Yeah.
I've been talking to a lot of folks out here saying that the Democrats aren't really Christ-like. They're not doing what the Bible says, right? So one of the things first is you said you're for less government, right?
Yeah. Limited. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
not saying that there shouldn't be any,
So
but yeah.
so why is the government all up in these folks' business when it comes to abortion? That goes totally against what you are for. You know?
Well, that's why I went over with the Republicans because they don't support abortion and all these other things.
But wait a
But
second, but they're doing more government to stop the abortions. You get what I'm trying to say?
no, I mean, well, they have to no because from my understanding is that Democrats have been just doing their thing for all these years. They've been modifying laws and things like that, just so that they can get what they want. And so, like, of course, how
But
else are the
but
Republicans supposed to stop what they're doing? It has to be through
well,
government.
when you say that, I gotta push back because look, President Biden said through his policies, right? They cut childhood poverty in half through the American Rescue Plan. Isn't that what Jesus wants us to do? The good book says to do stuff like this.
To do what?
Help children.
Okay, how are we helping children by aborting them?
No. Cutting childhood poverty in half. The abortion thing I just brought up because you were saying that you're for less government.
Yeah.
But you're okay if there's more government going after people when it comes to abortion. So you see the problem there.
Yeah, and this is why I'm kind of like in the middle
Okay.
because I cannot say that what Democrats do, they do help people, not just children. They help a lot of people that are in need.
The Democrats
But
do, right? The Democrats do this, right?
yes, of course.
Okay.
So I don't like that the Republicans are against this because it makes them look like they're against poor people, and that I don't like.
Yeah, and
But
it makes the Republicans look like hypocrites to a lot of people. You get it?
so this is what I'm saying is that people need to be, very careful about who they are supporting because at this point, from what I've seen, I don't trust any of them.
Okay, but all right, I gotta bring up our next guest. But listen, I hope to hear from you again. I'm gonna say I don't agree with a lot of stuff you said, but and you could probably see some people in the comment section. They're reacting to what you said, but thank you for being brave enough to get into the box and share your opinion. All right. And I hope to see you again. I hope one day, and keep coming back. I followed you. Keep on coming back. I hope one day that you'll change your mind and go from being lukewarm to being fire hot.
I'm gonna vote for Jesus. That's who I'm gonna vote for from now on.
Oh Lord! All right, ladies
Bye.
and gentlemen, let's give Steph a round of applause. Listen, she tried. I gotta bring up the next guest. Wow. All right. I mean, listen, we agreed on some things, we didn't agree on a lot of other. All right, I'm gonna bring up the next guest, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, have a good one.
All right, you too. Oh my goodness. Alex, cut it out, brother. Somebody put Brother Alex in a straitjacket. Even though he's one of my subscribers, I can tell that somehow one of these spirits has jumped into him and he's lost his mind. All right. All right, moving on to the next guest, ladies and gentlemen. Wasn't that something? I gotta say it. I was shocked, but she did good. All right, Takesha, good morning. How are you doing?
I'm more confused than when I woke up this morning in a different room in a different bed.
Oh my goodness, you're confused, huh?
Zeus, that last guest has confused me. Do you hear me?
How so?
Okay. You say you're in the middle. Then you say you was a Democrat, now you're a Republican. Then you say you're a Republican because of the abortion, and Democrats, they doing stuff, because you're a staunch Catholic. And y'all want to basically, y'all don't want us to abort the kids because you want to keep them so your priests can have their, never mind that part. But anyway, you don't have nothing against that, Then you say, well, yeah, but the Democrats, they do good for the needy people. And I want the Republicans to stop being against that because they're, it makes them seem like they don't care about poor people. They don't care about poor people. So see, she was all around the merry-go bush with no way out.
Wow! All around the merry-go bush. Ah. Well, but what about her being lukewarm? Is that acceptable?
She's not lukewarm. She's hot on the other side and trying not to act like she swinging to that side. She's not lukewarm, sweetie.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
It came out in the end. She's a hot Republican. She's not lukewarm, sir.
Well,
not lukewarm.
Do you think that do you think that through these lives we could perhaps be breaking through and helping folks get to the right side of truth? Thank you, Yazzie.
Zeus, with some people, we can be like a condom on a prom night. We can break through. And in other cases, it's like he's put Gorilla Glue on it and nothing's coming out. So some people will get help in some way.
Get this content. Oh, Lord.
So listen, let's talk about payback.
Okay.
For weeks, the Republicans, Comey and them have been saying they have tapes.
Right.
And we've been waiting, anticipating.
We have.
On these tapes.
Right.
That's gonna destroy Joe Biden.
Whoa, where are they at? Right. Have you heard them? Have you seen them?
The only tape I've heard is a tape last night.
Oh, tell me about it.
That sounded like the rustling of victory for Jack Smith. It sounded like a fall breeze-filled day walking on leaves. It was rustling.
Oh, my God.
Paper.
Right.
It was paper. It was all Jack Smith.
Jack Smith. You're talking about this Jack Smith?
He's deranged.
That Jack Smith. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you smell and hear the rustling
Yeah.
victory?
What was going on when you heard that for the first time? And you be honest with the folks out here, right? Tell me what you were thinking.
I said, listen to this traitor.
Oh.
Putting us in all kind of danger.
Mm.
Giving out ours. That's just like the banker putting your account number on display with the
Right.
amount and
Right.
your name and address for somebody to come in and rob you blind.
Right. And when you put it like that, that is a... Don't you dare put my bank account information out there.
You're just giving away everything to total strangers, to the person that you're giving their information to.
Wow.
And one more thing, Zeus.
Are the Republicans out here on TikTok, are they talking about this at this level?
They're saying that it was a fake, that he really wasn't showing what he was showing.
Wow.
Now they can say he really wasn't showing what they were saying he was showing, because of course Stormy Daniels, she went through that. What he was saying didn't show up.
Right.
When they got in that bed. But what I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is this. Listen. Their MAGA stands now for... I don't even want to say it.
Well, go ahead and can you whisper it to me? I won't say a word. What does MAGA stand for?
Make Airheads great again.
Hey, she's not talking about the candy. Where you get this stuff from?
I'm gonna speak on one more thing and then I'm gonna go.
Okay.
Justice for all Jim Jordan. Doing all these hearings, sending out all these subpoenas, and was over there letting those children be mistreated by that coach. He need to hold his head in shame and hope that toupee don't fall off that he wear in the front of his head. He is ridiculous, and see, that's what the Bible says. You reap what you sow. It's sowing time.
Yeah, it's sowing time.
It's reaping of the harvest time. Because everything that they're doing is coming right back full circle. And I'm enjoying every minute of it.
Who does vengeance belong to?
Vengeance belongs to the Lord. And tell that woman she can't vote for Jesus because he ain't vying for a spot. He is the spot. He don't want to be president because he is king. Come on, Zeus.
Amen.
Come on, Zeus. He don't want to be president because he is king. Come on now.
Amen. Let the church say amen.
Oh, I just had to take my stockings off for that one.
Okay, I hear you. Well, listen. Thank you so much, Sister Takesha.
You're so very welcome, sir.
I appreciate you coming in and bringing the truth as always, and so do your fans, all right?
We'll see you later.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give the beautiful Takesha a round of applause. It's not that hard to get in the box and tell the truth. Don't bring God into this because there's too much Jesus in this lie. There's too much Bible thumping in this lie. All forms of lies and misinformation will be immediately struck down. Whether you're talking about politics or you're talking about that Christian Bible, because we got that on lock over here, ladies and gentlemen. All right, moving on to one of my subscribers, Brother Alex. Let's go. Brother Alex, are you okay?
Zeus,
Are you okay?
I'm letting you know right.
I've seen your comments and I am concerned. Seriously.
This live is deranged. I've never seen such a witch hunt against a former president in my life.
When you haven't seen anything like this before, what makes this live as you describe it? Really,
It,
all we're doing
it,
is telling the truth for the most part. Some of us.
this a myth. I'm sick of this misinformation on this app. We know that those records were Trump's records. We know this. The PRA tells us it's Trump's records,
Oh,
and we want to talk about Trump's records, but we don't want to talk about Biden's records in Chinatown.
well, let me ask you a serious. Trevor, thank you for that subscription. Okay, you're going to go far in this kingdom with that. Now, I'm glad you brought up Hunter Biden and President Biden and these boxes. What exactly did these secret documents contain? These top secret ones that you keep bringing up, 1850 boxes. What exactly was in there?
Very much classified information when it comes to our initiatives overseas.
Oh,
Classified information when it comes to our nuclear capability.
hmm.
Like, I don't understand it how we keep diverting everything from someone that's not even president to a fake president in office right now.
Oh, well, let me ask you this. Did you read the indictment against Donald Trump? I'm just
I mean,
curious.
I read the indictment, but again, it's all subjective.
Oh, that's a big word there, subjective. What makes it subjective and to whom is it subjected to?
So let's break this down. First, let's talk about this audio.
Mm.
Can we definitively say this audio wasn't actually AI?
Oh, I could definitively say it wasn't AI. 1000%. Great question, though.
And the paper that he was rummaging through you don't know if it was classified documents or just receipts. You never knew what it was.
Oh, well, that's the thing. There's witnesses that have actually confirmed that it was classified. So what do you say about that?
Well, we can't use their testimony because those witnesses are Trump haters.
Oh, well, whose testimony should we use?
Well, the president, you have to use Donald Trump's own testimony. If he tell you those are not classified, they're not classified. He can declassify any document just by thinking about it.
Wait a second. Can I ask you another question? What would you say on a scale of 1 to 10 is Donald Trump's credibility?
A 10.
Really?
He's the most honest president that this country has ever seen. Like, we need him to come back in office and save this country.
What about this article that says during his presidency, he lied over 33,000 times in the course of 4 years? Would you say that meets the criteria of being the most honest?
Well, honestly, Zeus, it was reported on CNN, and we know they push fake agendas and fake news, so I don't even give that any credibility.
But he was on CNN.
I mean, he was on CNN, but
What
then again,
does that say about him?
he was dispelling that even though, when CNN's all have all these lies, you can bring him on CNN and he makes that network more credible, give him more credibility.
So you're saying CNN used him because CNN is promoting lies and they needed him to amplify the lies a little more to give him more of a boost. Wouldn't that make Trump a liar as well?
Well, they wanted to show both sides of the coin. So
okay. It's like that, like they say, two wings of the same bird stuff, right?
At this particular point, stop, Zeus. Let me stop. My time's up.
No, Alex, cut it out.
I tried. Listen, I tried my best to be MAGA for today, and
Is there a way you can temporarily suspend somebody's subscription benefits or something like that? Because what you did, sir, it's very concerning, to be quite honest.
Hey,
You've been in the Snuggles Live recently? Is that where you learned all of that?
Well, let me give you the full one. I've actually ventured into this new journey of acting, and there's a MAGA movie I want to try out for. I'm trying to see if it works. All the talking points I'm putting forth is working. And I've had some people confused in the comments that I'm actually MAGA, so I think I might actually get this part in this new MAGA movie.
And what's the name of this MAGA movie you speak of? Is it called Jack Smith is Coming?
It's called Deranged.
It's deranged.
Listen, you fooled a lot of people, but you didn't fool me because I'm the MAGA whisperer. Every lie and misinformation piece you had, I had a response queued up for it because I'm trained in this. I'm a seasoned vet. All right?
A false alarm to my friends, with me in the comments. False alarm. I'm not deranged. I haven't been corrupted. I'm good.
Okay, I hope you repent for those sins that you committed this morning. Okay, because that was extremely dangerous. All right, my brother.
I'm gonna repent with the same Bible that Trump had upside down.
Oh Lord, cut it out. All right, brother Alex. Listen, I gotta move it on to our next guest. But you've been spared being found guilty of blasphemy and treason in the kingdom today because you turned around and corrected yourself. Fair enough?
Yep, I didn't want to get put in a straitjacket, so I had to come out and come clean.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's give Brother Alex a round of applause for his excellent acting and wish him good luck on the new movie he's going to be featured in called Jack Smith is Coming. Oh my gosh. Listen, he talked and he said everything that we all have been hearing over and over, and it sounded so believable. I said, wow, this has to be the real deal. He must have really drank in the Kool-Aid. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring up somebody I've never done business with. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Tanner. Good morning, Tanner. How are you?
I'm doing well, Zeus. How are you? I feel like I'm talking to a celebrity right now.
Oh, well, I don't know about that, but you're definitely talking to one of the most honest, humble, and handsome people out here.
Absolutely. And can I just say,
for a reason. Now, what brings you to? Well, first of all, excuse me. Where are my manners? This is our first time doing business together, right?
Definitely.
All right, so you know how this goes. I have some questions to ask you, and these are questions that are of utmost importance to the kingdom. Fair enough?
Absolutely. Go for it.
All right. So, in your opinion, who would you say is responsible for the attack on the Capitol on January 6th?
Donald Trump, because he lied to all of his supporters and led them there.
Oh, yeah. Listen up, go dogs. One last question, because I think you're going to get it right, but this is one that tricks a lot of people. In your opinion, is President Biden guilty of any crimes?
It hasn't been proven yet, and if it is, fine. Then he investigate him. I don't know.
Let's give him a round of applause.
Can I just say too,
Okay,
Zeus, because you did skip the first question, and I have an interesting answer. No, the 2020 election was not stolen by Biden, but if an election was going to be stolen, wouldn't it make sense to steal it from a guy like Donald Trump?
I am just going to smile at the answer to that question, all right? Because listen, I cannot go along with any form of illegal conduct, none whatsoever. All right, well, what brings you to the kingdom this morning? And welcome. I had to give you a follow because you did a great job with those questions.
Well, I appreciate it. This morning, I have really just one basic question for Republicans. At what point,
or Trump supporters?
I guess Trump supporters.
Okay, because there's a difference.
Yes. Thank you for the correction. My question would be, when are they going to realize that it's actually Democrats that are trying to save the GOP?
Oh, I'm gonna need you to unpack that. What do you mean?
Donald Trump is not going to win in 2024. And I'm knocking on wood as I say it. But there's just no chance. He has not done one single thing to appeal to any person who didn't vote for him in 2020. We're trying to save you. There are other candidates who share a lot of his opinions, a lot of his policies. You don't have to choose him. He's not going to win. He's going to destroy the party. And that's it.
Wow. Now, Tanner, that was lightning direct truth that you just shared, and you probably ruined their day today by saying that. What do you say to those who are saying you're out here lying?
I mean, I have no reason to lie. You can vote for whoever you want to vote for. It doesn't affect me. And there are more Democrats than there are Republicans in this country. We don't really need any of you to believe what I'm saying.
Wow. You're not leaving anything up to the imagination. Wow. So when you said that he's destroying the Republican Party, can you give us an example of how he's doing it? So that, because some people, they don't, words confuse people. Pictures tend to do a lot better because, a picture is worth 1,000 words, right?
Well, Trump is not a Republican, first of all. A lot of his policies, a lot of his opinions are not what traditional Republicans even believe in. I guess mostly what I'm saying when I say he's destroying the party, he's changing the party from Republican. If you go with Trump and MAGA continues well into the future, it's not going to look like the Republican Party for long.
Wow. Were you ever a Republican? I'm just curious.
No, I've been a Democrat my entire life, and I don't hide that.
No lies detected I have not detected any lies. And so my final question is, do you think the Republican Party can be salvaged? I have a good friend of mine who likes to say it's time to part the Red Sea. Do you think that's possible?
Yeah, it's definitely possible. I feel like Democrats, the FBI, the Justice Department, everyone is giving you so many outs. There are so many off-ramps to this MAGA highway that you guys are on. And for some reason, no one is choosing, or at least very few people are choosing to leave it.
What a shame.
Yep.
What a shame.
But I'm not for only Democrats running this country. I mean, we need more than one party, and I'm trying to do what I can to keep the GOP alive and healthy.
Right. I get you because we do believe in having a democracy, right?
Absolutely.
Right. Thank you. Well, listen, Brother Tanner, I appreciate you getting in the box and being so direct and lightning straight with the truth, okay? Because I appreciate it. But I got to move on to our next guest. All right, my brother?
Thanks, Zeus. It was a pleasure.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give Tanner a round of applause. It's not that hard to get in the box and tell the truth. All right? Fair enough? All right, let's bring up our next guest, Brother Greg, a subscriber.
Hello, Zeus.
Long time no see.
Yes. So, full disclosure, had a little bit of a mental relapse, and so I've been off the app. I was having chest pain and things like that.
You're okay.
I had an echocardiogram performed and also a chest X-ray, which I just got back, and everything was clean. So I'm feeling a little bit better about it today.
All right. Well, welcome back, brother.
Thank you so much, Zeus. Yeah, it has been a really weird week. Just doctor's appointments and things like that. So that's where I've been. Everybody wants to know, where has he been? Where's he been? Where's he been? Well, he's been here, just dealing with a little mental health stuff. I was taking a medication too that was causing some very bad side effects. So I just switched it to a new one. So we're hoping that we got that one on lock. So
I got you. Well, listen. Yes, I agree with you, April. Stay out of those lives with those fake TikTok hosts, okay? This live is probably one of the cleanest lives. Listen, it works wonders for a lot of people, to be quite honest. And I don't
thank you, Snuggles.
But it's not just me; it's all of you. So, what do you got for us?
Well, I found that last night was a very interesting night because we have a tape recording now of Donald Trump essentially talking about that nuclear document that everybody
Mm,
said didn't really exist.
mm.
And so, but yeah, so I was in a live yesterday against my will. Shouldn't have been in there for sure. Definitely
Mm.
shouldn't have gone to it. Um, but I heard them talking about, where is this audio tape? Where is it? Well, we found it, and
Right.
and so now this is kind of, for me, this is a smoking gun. So now it's pretty much like, hey guys, we've got this thing here, and we've got this guy who like took classified documents. Oh, and he's on tape, like literally with them. So yeah, now here's the only problem. Will Eileen Cannon allow
Uh,
that to be in the trial? Because
mm.
she can select the evidence and whatnot. And
Oh,
so again, we're dealing with this.
well, she's gonna have to allow. This is the
Give me a
smoking
quick
gun.
second. We have business to attend to. Give me a second.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. She better not, ladies and gentlemen, she better not say this is inadmissible. This right here is the glue that holds it all together. If she does, ladies and gentlemen, let's give Eileen Cannon. If she does do this, we will be the first to hold her accountable. Yes, Jack Smith is on it. Now listen, ladies and gentlemen. My good friend Greg, he's taking up valuable real estate out here on this app.
We're back. We're back. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I had
Yes.
to take care of something. I'm a man of the people,
Oh.
and that's what I do.
Okay.
So
Well, this is your time. We only got a minute left.
we're doing so well. We're doing so strong. Look, so I went to a Dave Matthews concert on Friday night, and it was amazing. It was great. It was a good time. So
It
I just
did
wanted to
wonders
throw.
for your soul.
It did wonders for my soul. Yes.
Good. That's what I'm going to recommend. More of that and less of these lives with fake TikTok hosts.
Yeah. I'm done with all that because it's just creating too much chest pain for me. I can't do it.
I'm laughing, but I'm not. I'm crying on the inside. I get it.
Oh,
But
heaven.
I'm
Let's
glad.
see.
Huh?
I've got like 20 seconds left. Let's see if we can get to 1,000 because that's just what they do on the other side,
Oh,
points. Where's my coin?
1,000?
Where's my coin hose?
Wow, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, Brother Greg is back in rare form. All right? So let's give him a round of applause. Welcome
Thank
back.
you.
But I gotta move it on, my good friend Greg, and I do hope to see you again. All right, let's bring up another guest. Okay, all right. Oh, look who we have here. It is Poker Dad. Let's give him a round.
Otherwise known the elephant in the room.
A real Republican, ladies and gentlemen. Greetings, Poker Dad.
Yes, I am the elephant in the room.
Yes, fortunately and unfortunately. So what do you got for us? There's a lot going on out here.
I just think it's quite entertaining, and I have to give you a little bit of credit there, Zeus.
Oh, really?
When you had the young lady that came in earlier,
Mm-hmm.
she was nothing against her, but it was clearly an example of everything I've been saying. Not real Republicans.
Oh.
They are the rhinos. We were always here. Now do you appreciate us a little bit more now that the rhinos are in there? And your line of questioning was actually pretty good.
In the middle. She's in the middle, she said. Is that acceptable?
If Donald Trump, if there was a ballot with Donald Trump on the ticket, is she in the middle?
Well, she didn't quite disclose that, but what would you say?
I would tend to think that by her view, she would be going along with that Trump.
Nasty!
But again, I'm not here to judge. I'm just I am proud of you for the line of questioning that you gave, because I love when people say they want less government, but they want to have the ability to govern over a woman's body. That's so interesting to me.
You said, say that again. Your signal went out a little bit, but can you repeat that?
I love when folks want to talk about how they want less government, because I believe in less government, 100%.
Right.
But in the out of the other side of their mouth, they want to say that they support the government having control over someone's body.
Shame.
Telling them what they can and they can't do. That's gross to me.
Isn't that more important that they do that, because that's according to the Bible, right? Doesn't the Bible tell them to do that?
It's more important that whatever your value system is, that you follow it and not expect others to follow it.
Did you hear that, Trump supporters?
As for me and my house, I will do what I choose, and I go with the way of my faith.
Right.
What you choose to do in your house is your business.
Amen. And don't be trying to get other people to do what you do. Right?
Well, not everyone can do what I do as good as I do.
Facts. So why do you think the MAGA folks are really pushing these conspiracies? I was going to say something else, but I want to leave it at that. Why do you think they continue to push these conspiracies and destroy the current Republican Party?
What happens to any individual that lacks confidence, lacks the ability to receive the actual truth, that lives in a life of denial? They come up with conspiracies and lies to get behind, to satisfy whatever it is they need to have to be right. And if folks would stop worrying about being right and start being righteous, this world would be a better place.
Well, listen, we got a little bit of time, but you did mention that the young lady that was in the box earlier, and she was in the middle. Let's assume that she's still out here on her spiritual quest to land on the right side of history. What advice, because you're a true Republican, what advice would you give this individual if their desire was to remain a Republican?
To take an inward look at yourself and figure out where it is in this world that you feel like you fit, not where you can make other people fit.
Well, that's sound and reasonable advice. All right. Well, listen, Brother Poker Dad, it's a pleasure to have you in the kingdom. How have things been for you out there lately? I haven't seen you in a long time.
Well, small businesses are struggling under the Biden administration right now.
Cut it out! And that's why you and I just can't see eye to eye on a lot of things. But listen, I appreciate you for coming in and being as truthful as you can, minus your last remark. Minus his last remark. He was doing so great, wasn't he, ladies and gentlemen?
I had to ruffle your feathers a little bit there, Zeus.
Fair enough. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give Brother Poker Dad a round of applause, okay? And yes, he is a real Republican, okay? He really is. All right, Poker Dad. Have a great one. It's not that hard, ladies and gentlemen, to get in the box and tell the truth. All right, let's bring up the beautiful Shay. In the picture. Greetings, Shay. How are you?
Good morning, everyone.
Greetings.
Hello, Zeus. Good morning, Triple A.
Good morning. What a day, right? So much has been happening.
What a day. What a day. I was on April's Live when the news broke. We were like, okay.
Oh, those tapes is what you're talking about.
The tape, yes. The famous tape of the rustling of top secret documents.
Yeah. Have you heard any of our friends on the right calling Trump out on this?
No. No. They're still the what about Biden? I went into it. They just come in. What about Biden? And I'm like, why can't we just talk about Trump? Because I don't see Biden being indicted. So can we just focus on Trump for a minute? And when the proof, if there's proof, ever comes out about Biden, then we'll deal with that when that comes. Period.
Right.
End of story.
Right. Right.
And you know, but it's like they just can't deal with it, and it's hard for them. And like, you know, your first guest, you know, when she or not your first, but the lady that sits on the fence. You know, when she first said, well, I don't really know a lot, and I heard something, but I didn't really look into it. I knew immediately she was a Trumper. Because you see here, guys, when you're intellectually lazy, and what I mean by that is if you hear something, but you refuse to go look at it because you don't want to see the truth. Therefore, guess what? When you talk about governmental control, this is why you're being controlled. You are being controlled
By Trump?
By the right mass leaning media, because they're going to just send you information. They're just going to do that because you're intellectually lazy. So if you refuse to do research, if you refuse to think for yourself, if you refuse to hear something and go, ooh, let me go look into that, you are correct. You are being controlled. You are. You're being manipulated and you're being controlled. And every single time we deal with a Trumper or a MAGA or a conservative, the other day we had someone in the box, I think that was, I don't know if it was April's Live, I don't get them all confused, but they literally were saying, stop saying conservative. Because we're not, that's, you know, there's only like 5 conservatives in the House of Representatives. They're not conservatives. And I'm like, but we can't call you Republicans.
Nope.
If we say you're a Republican, what do they say? We're conservatives, right?
Right. Smoke and mirrors.
This one, her name was KB. She just was like, but there's only really 5 conservatives. I said, this is the problem with your party. Like, it's insane. Every time we try to say something, that's why I always say, are you a Trumper? Are you MAGA? Are you conservative? Are you Republican? Are you a rhino? Are you an independent? Because it's all the same, right? All the same. Like,
pick something and stick with it. Wear your badge with honor.
Right. I can't even with this stuff. And I sit here and this poor young lady comes into your live, and I could tell she was a little nervous. But that's the thing. Is like, you need to know your facts. You need to know your facts. And the fact that you are a party of small government, but yet you flip over to the Republican side because you literally want big government in people's lives. Make it make sense. Because of your Republican, because of your Christian beliefs, well, I have news for you. Biden and Pelosi are also Catholics. So make that make sense. Come on. Stop hiding behind your Christian values and understand what's really going on.
Now, Shay, because, you know, we try to create probably one of the most inclusive experiences out here on TikTok, even though we're Democrats, right? We try to welcome people from all walks of life. What advice would you give, you know, this person or anyone like them that's out there in the middle? They're stuck, and they're just trying to get it right. What would you say are the most important steps they need to make?
They need to be willing to face the hard truths. It's kind of like when you're going through a problem and you're doing stuff, the first thing you need to look at is yourself. The common denominator, if things keep happening to you, whether you're going through bad relationships or whatever, the common denominator is you. So unless you're able to actually focus and realize what is going on with you, what you need to deal with, what you need to focus on, then your life is never going to be fixed. So unless you're willing to completely dive in and hear the hard stuff, it may but I really believe this. And this is where I see a lot of it go wrong. Right. I'm not willing to deal with it because I don't want to deal with the fact that I made a mistake, that I was bamboozled, that I was lied to, that I felt
I gave Trump all my money.
I gave Trump all my money. I believed he was going to do this. It's such a disappointment. I don't know how to move on because I have been told and convinced that the other side is worse. So I don't know how to actually face the fact that it was my side that actually was doing everything that they were projecting that the other side was doing.
Amen. Right.
And if you really notice that with Republicans, with the right, whatever you want to call them,
Right.
the projection is just insane. It's this whataboutism. Look over there. Don't look here. Look over there. Don't look here. It's constant. And they're trained to think like this. That's why when we say, here's the tape, he's literally showing staffers. And here's what I don't understand. He's literally showing staffers top secret military plans to invade Iran.
Wow.
That's what he was showing. If you didn't understand it, listen to the tape again. He's literally saying this was Mark Milley's plans he brought to me to invade Iran. Amen. Inside those plans had to be strategic maps, where our troop placements are, what, if we have, aircraft carriers in the Gulf or wherever, all of this stuff. This is where you have to see that. He's literally showing staffers private, really imperative information that could damage our military, to give away our secrets to to Iran. To Iran.
Treason and shame and blasphemy.
I mean, this wasn't like, oh, look, isn't this fun? No, this was dangerous as hell. And that is why you cannot have this man ever have any type of access to our top secret information ever again. He doesn't treat it importantly, and he can get a lot of people hurt. And you can imagine what Iran's over there doing right now. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
You know,
and one last part. There was a part about it that confused me. Maybe you can help explain it to the Trump supporters, right? He said this absolves me, right? Something about this made the case against him not really valid. Do you remember that part?
Yeah.
What is he talking about?
I don't know what he's talking about. He woke up on Truth Social this morning just saying, when is anybody going to tell Jack Smith that the Presidential Records Act? I'm pretty sure Jack Smith knows what the Presidential Records Act is, Trump. He obviously understands it a lot more than you do, and a lot more than your base does. So you just that's what they keep talking about with the president. He's not indicted over the Presidential Records Act.
No.
People. That's not what if you would just read the indictment, we'd stop falling for the BS that he sends out there.
Yeah.
It's insane. I get it. And if Snuggles comes in, because he was trying to school me about Brunson versus Adams.
Oh, please. Really?
I'm sorry, Snuggles. It looks like it was rejected the third time.
Really? Wow. Let's give 22-380 another round of applause for failing.
The fact that he thought that would even be looked at is what cracks me the heck up. I'm like, stop it.
Snuggles, go give me my steaks at this point. Game over.
Get the steaks ready.
Get the steaks and get those knee pads. Wow.
Oh, God. That was awesome. But yes, do your research, people. You hear something, dig into it. So there's this thing. I'm going to end with this. You know, the whole Biden-Modi thing. So, you know, with the Prime Minister of India, he's sitting at that long table, and he proceeds.
The one Marjorie Taylor Greene tweeted.
Oh yeah, where he says that he sold our national secrets.
Right.
Okay, so it stops. That edit, they're just like, that's it.
Mm-hmm. You want to clear that up in the kingdom?
Oh, sure. And actually, I could
get ready, Trump supporters. Another conspiracy theory is about to get debunked.
Yeah, and actually, we can play. You can play, or I can play the actual full clip of what he said. So he says that, then there's laughter in the room because, like, the head of Apple's there. You know, all these different people are there, and everybody just starts to giggle. And then he says, "I'm just joking." Joking aside, people, and then he goes into his speech.
Right.
And here's what I don't understand.
Wow.
I wish Biden wouldn't joke, but he does it. He's a character, right? He knows that they're going to eat that up, and he loves that. He loves messing with him, right?
Because it sends him on these wild goose hunts.
He thinks it's hilarious. But meanwhile, we're like, would you stop it? You
Yeah,
know?
yeah. Go look that one up, okay?
Yes.
Go
Go
look
look
at
that
Jay.
one up. You really think that 50 years in government, he's going to sit on national TV in front of the world leaders and say, I sold national secrets? I mean, come on.
I don't think Biden's that crazy to do that. But listen, I know the Trump supporters will believe anything that's not true. And sometimes you got to give them a little red meat.
Yes, and he loves
All right, Shay.
All right, thank you. I know I went over my time. Everybody,
I got to move it along. Yes,
Yes,
but you did good. You did good.
Love you guys. Bye.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give the beautiful Shay a round of applause. When you're right, you're right. Oh my gosh. Yes, Jen. Thank you so much for that subscription. I truly appreciate it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, listen, you all got me working overtime. All right, listen, I wasn't going to stay on this long, but you got me working overtime. Good morning, the beautiful April. How are you?
I'm great, Zeus. How are you? Well, Shay just took all my talking points, you know.
Then Shay knows how to come in and hit hard and hit it out of the park. You know that.
Well, you know, I just made a video before I headed off to work today about this specific thing that she was talking about of how they have the clips, you know. So I made a video for Trump supporters to show them how to research.
I think. Did you get a call?
Yeah, but am I okay? I think
You're
so.
okay. You're okay, yeah.
Okay. So I made a video on how they go about researching because we are telling them constantly, research it. So I showed them how to actually go to a government website, you know, the whitehouse.gov, and actually read the actual transcripts of what they are saying.
Right.
And so I show all that. But it was a good thing that happened yesterday evening. As Shay was saying on my live, you know, it popped out, the recording. We listened to it a few times.
Right.
And it's still astonishing. And it amazes me that people voted for this man. And it is a travesty to our country.
Right.
This isn't a Republican or a Democratic thing. This is the American thing. This crap, Zeus, was wrong.
Right.
It was wrong.
They know that Donald Trump did something terribly wrong. And yet they continue to sit back here and they turn into Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder. Oh, I can't see it. But as soon as you say Hunter Biden, they wake right on up, don't they?
Yeah, I don't understand it.
Right.
I'm really confused.
You know there's a conspiracy out there about Hunter Biden's laptop and that Titanic. Have you heard about this?
Oh no, tell me about the Titanic.
There's a conspiracy out there and Trump had to debunk it, okay? But they were saying that sinking was all a distraction to throw the American people off of Hunter Biden's case.
Oh yeah, I've heard.
They don't think it really happened.
I thought it was something like the laptop was in the submarine or something.
Well, they might as well. I've heard that one, to be quite honest. They said this is why they can't find those witnesses. They can't find that laptop because Biden orchestrated. Listen, this is for educational purposes only. President Biden orchestrated this whole thing, and he put that laptop in that submarine.
That's pretty darn good considering he's so sleepy and can't do anything right. Good Lord, I wouldn't have thought that up, Zeus. That's pretty good work there. Seems to me that mind's working, isn't it?
You're right. I mean, what a great way to get rid of evidence, right? It's just to put it in a laptop and then put it in a submarine and send it to the Titanic, right?
Good Lord, that's out there. But yeah, Biden and everyone comes up sleep.
Did you get another call?
I think I'm clear. I think I've called it in time.
Oh, okay.
Because I can always call them right back. But I just wanted to make a point that
Scuba Joe.
I listen. I really try, Zeus, to listen to Republicans. I really let them have their say,
Right.
and and I listen to them. And
you do a great job with your lives. I don't know how you do it. Seriously.
Well, I get a lot of criticism from friends, but I try to understand Zeus, and I know you have too. You really tried to understand. So, but I would just really, Trump supporters, MAGA, and I'm not going to say Republicans because there are actually Republicans out there. They're still out there. They're very few, but they're out there. But y'all got to do some damn searching. I'm sorry. I
got it. I'm kidding.
But that's all it is. And hopefully their eyes will waken up. And if Greg, you are listening,
Tell him.
You are in here.
Tell Greg the truth.
Greg, we have all told you, stay out of those lives. They are doing it for viewership. They are doing it for coins. Do not do this to your self-care. Got to stop it, Greg.
Thank you. All right. Well, listen, April, thank you so much for telling that truth.
Thank you. And one more thing. Hey, North Carolina Supreme Court just voted the GOP was wrong for redistricting certain parts of the state. So we won another case.
Yeah!
We won another case.
Good job, North Carolina.
So we got Alabama, Louisiana, and North Carolina now. The Supreme Court's knocking them all down. GOP, woohoo!
Yes! So, all right.
Okay, have a great one, Zeus.
All right, you too, ladies and gentlemen. The beautiful April. This is what it's about, ladies and gentlemen. It's not that hard to get in the box and simply tell the truth. It's like my grandmother used to say to me all the time. Tell the truth and shame the devil. All right, bringing up another fan favorite, Brother Attacking.
Hey, how you doing?
What do you got for us, my good friend?
Well, there was some information that came out in regards to Biden's documents. Some bad ingredient. I don't know. Some people are going to like it. Some people aren't. I printed it.
Is it true? Wait, are those classified documents I'm hearing? I get triggered when I hear those papers ruffling like that.
It might be. So let me read what I printed out. All right. So I printed out on my computer, on my printer. Half a cup of mayonnaise, half a cup of sour cream, half a cup of buttermilk with 2 packets of ranch dressing, and it's supposed to make a really good, restaurant-style ranch dip.
I want nothing to do with that. I want nothing to do with that. It sounds like a heart attack. Jesus Christ.
Hey,
don't put them away. Put those documents away.
All right. I'd like to say this. You are an informational person. You bring out facts.
I do.
And I am the one that attacks the people themselves of ignorance, lies, defamation, and so on and so forth. And I've said this before that I started way back with Periscope and went to different apps, and I have always received threats of violence towards me.
Oh, no.
Well, a fake Christian decided to say that they want to come and kick my butt. Which, the thing is this, I have acquired friends that will send me recordings of certain people saying things. Oh, yeah. So there's a person who wants to track me down and beat me up.
Every time the radical left Democrats, Marxists, communists, and fascists indict me,
And I find it,
I consider it a great
I find it funny
badge
coming
of
from a
courage.
so-called Christian.
Well, listen, this is
Yeah.
why we have to say this like we say to Brother Greg. Sometimes you got to protect your peace and just keep it pushing.
Well, you know what? Things don't bother me. It's what's funny is this.
What's that?
People say that they're intelligent. If you are intelligent, words should not bother you. If a comment is made upon you, it is not the delivery person. It is your brain itself that is instantaneously saying whether you are this comment, have been this comment, or you will continue to be this comment, no matter what it may be.
But what about when Shay said there's people who are intellectually lazy?
Yes. And so the thing is this, you should not get mad at the delivery person. You should work on yourself if you get mad at the delivery person, because your brain has told you that you are this and you need to fix you. So stop trying to attack people who say, let's say I was to say that you're a horrible dresser, which you are not. You're immensely great.
Right.
You're very stylish, and you cover your bald head greatly with a hat all the time. So the thing is, if you were to attack me for that,
cut it out.
I know. So if you were to attack me for that, it's not me. It's you who gets upset with, oh, damn, you called me out for I hate you. I'm going to beat you up now. How dare people?
I just might want to, now that you said something.
Well, we're close to each other, so we could always meet up for a glass of milk.
You got me. You got me.
Yeah, you're literally.
It's not what they call you, like my mother says to me all the time. It's not what they call you, it's what you answer to.
Right. I was told by.
I don't answer to your lies attacking. Cut it out.
I was told by a person who was training me, a manager. He says you can call somebody an a-hole, and depending how you say it, will depend on the reaction. If you say it in a way that it really pisses him, he'll beat you up.
Right.
But if you say it in another fashion, he will laugh with you and say, you know what? I can be. Yeah. So it's how you say it. But anyway.
It's the delivery. Yeah.
I've also got videos of Donald Trump saying what he did. I had one view that I put up of Charlie Sheen, 27,000 views within like 4 hours.
Yeah!
I mean, oh my God.
That's when you know you're telling the good truth.
Yeah, well, basically what it was is he handed Charlie Sheen some cufflinks, and he said they were Harry Winston cufflinks, top grade diamonds, all that. He had them appraised. They were horrible pewter and cubic zirconian.
Oh no!
He handed them Walmart cufflinks.
Wow, I gotta go watch it, man. Listen, it sounds like you're thriving and doing pretty good with these videos now.
I like making videos. You're the man who does it in front of people. I do it on audio tape and videotape. You're a great man, Zeus.
Well, I try my best.
So you keep up the good work. I'm gonna drop.
All right. Well, listen, thank you for once again coming in and bringing the truth. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give Brother Attacking a big round of applause. Oh my goodness. You all have me working overtime. Seriously. All right, let's get a couple of more out of here. Then I gotta wrap it up. All right. Bach for reals.
Yeah, how you doing?
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good.
All right. This is our first time doing business. Is this correct?
This is our first time doing
All
business.
right. I'm sorry. My first question. You know how this goes. I got to ask you a series of questions that are of utmost importance to the kingdom. Fair enough?
Oh, yes.
All right. And then the clock will start after we get through this part, but you get 3 minutes, no cursing. The first question is, in your opinion, was the 2020 election stolen?
I do not think it was stolen.
Good answer. Next question. In your opinion, who would you say is responsible for the attack on the Capitol on January 6th?
All those people who are outside the Capitol attacking the Capitol.
Oh, and can I go one step further? Yes. Would you say that Donald Trump had any involvement?
He might have had an involvement. That is correct.
Okay, let's get a round of applause. I was wishing you said affirmative 100%, but I can live with that. And one last question, and this is a tricky one. It's going to come at you like a curveball. Do you think President Biden is guilty of any crimes?
Not that I'm aware of.
Welcome to the kingdom. Now, what matter would you like to address today, this lovely Tuesday morning?
I'm a Republican.
Oh.
And some people in the lives that I've been in are saying that I'm not a Republican for some of the views that I've had. But what I want to say is I just want to thank those people for having open and inviting lives, engaging conversation, and a way to open my mind. Like those are like Shay and April and Mo and Jenny and Kanaka and Attacking and Lachey. All of these people are out there willing to help understand what the right and the left are doing.
Oh, well, that is some wonderful news. Would you say, now these people who are criticizing you and saying that you're not a Republican, what party do they tend to be affiliated with?
They tend to be affiliated with the Democrat Party.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, so you're telling me there's Democrats out here saying that you're not a real Republican. What do they call you?
A Democrat.
Oh. That's hilarious. What's wrong with being a Democrat then?
They want me to say that I'm a Democrat.
And I know a lot of people like you. You're probably a real Republican. You're not MAGA, correct?
I'm not. I don't have any red hats.
Okay. So, but you tend to, for the most part, think and behave along the lines of most Democrats. That might be why they're calling you a Democrat.
That is what they have said.
Yeah. I mean, and you should wear your badge with honor.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, are you reconsidering your membership with the Republicans right now, and you're looking for a chance to apply to be a Democrat?
What I'm looking for is maybe to see it. I can't find my Republican receipt, so I can't exchange it for it. So I might have to. But right now, I am on the fence.
Oh.
And some people have said that the fence is not a good place to be.
It's not, because if you don't stand for anything, you'll fall for everything. Something like that, right?
They said you have to vote for something and not vote for nothing and have your vote count.
Exactly. So what part of Democrat? Well, go ahead, give yourself a round of applause. Okay, I get it. Now, what exactly, if you would say, is your main grievance with the Democrats? What is it? Good morning, Tina.
I actually have not found a grievance per se.
Okay.
I had just found that I have. I can continue later. I want to let you. I actually have to have a meeting at work, and I just wanted to come in. But that's what I had to say today.
All right. Well, listen, I appreciate you, being straight to the point and getting your truth out here. And I gave you a follow, so you're always welcome to come back and talk to all of us in the kingdom.
Thank you.
All right. But have a great day at work, Brother Bach.
All right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give Brother Bach a round of applause. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Another day in Olympus, debunking all forms of lies and misinformation. But fortunately and unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, Zeus must now depart and tend to the other affairs in the kingdom. I would like to make sure I thank each and every single one of you for tuning in this morning, okay? Listen, you could have been anywhere, but you chose to be here and hang out with Zeus and his friends and all of the family out here. Even though we don't always agree on the issues, I think it's safe to say we all agree that more work needs to be done, right? Thank you to my followers. Thank you to all of the subscribers. And last but not least, thank you to all of the amazing panelists who were brave enough to get in the box and tell their best version of the truth. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, which is tomorrow morning, same time, 6:30 a.m. Pacific time. Enjoy the music by yours truly.
Who's always the most handsome in the kingdom?
And I really am the most handsome. Have a great rest of your morning. Thank you, heaven.
This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus. This is how I stare when I'm looking
Thank
like
you,
Zeus.
Mrs. Silk.
Act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus.
Nina.
When I'm moving like Zeus. You're thinking that you're cool till I pull up like Zeus. Thunder in the sky, light you up like Zeus.
Yeah.
I'm a god, call me Zeus. I'm dying in the evil and I bet on me too. Took a long time to get
We
here.
have receipts. Thank you, Mamba.
Like a bum, get away from me, fool.
I got money on my mind. I can't leave it up to you.
I can't hang around with you. You fall in love
Laura,
too
you
quick.
get
You
it.
high risk. Mix all in the mix. I put a bounty on your head. This is way above the feds.
Mama, the real Brewski, DJ, Shay, Lisi, Waterbug, This Morning Star, yes, Nina.
Hating on the God, such a bitch. Try to be patient, but you have it like a fuse. I'm catching all these snakes like a mongoose. These ladies love me, yeah, I'm the one that they choose. You know I'm so handsome, that's why they call me Zeus.
Swerving, yes, it's so lovely to see ya.
This is how I stare when I'm looking like Zeus. I like to act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus. Don't be playing with my mood when I'm grooving like Zeus. You thinking that you're cool till I pull up like Zeus. Thunder in the sky, light you up like Zeus. I make my own rules. I'm a god, call me Zeus. I'm hotter than Hades.
Neil, Rio. If you play around with love, then you're guaranteed to lose.
I didn't make the game of rules, so don't play me like a fool. If you can't swim, don't be in the pool. Even though I'm hot, people telling me be cool. I'm just
Lil
sitting on
Hawk,
my
yes,
phone while
my
you
brother.
looking like a goof. I'ma let loose with the truth.
Queen, Brandon.
Hey, little mama, let me play with your caboose.
I know the ladies love me cause I'm sweet like a tooth.
Praying, hating on the gods, boy, you such a douche. Try to be patient, but you had to lack a fuse.
I'm catching all these snakes
like a mongoose. These ladies love me, yeah, I'm the one that they
Kevin,
choose.
yes, I
You know
am
I'm
off
so
the
handsome,
rails.
that's
DJ
why they call me
Sound
Zeus.
Chaser.
This is how I move when I'm rocking like Zeus. This is
Thank
how I
you,
sound when I'm
Feisty.
talking like
Nina.
Zeus. This is how I stare when I'm looking like Zeus.
Attacking.
When I'm moving like Zeus. Don't be playing with my mood when I'm moving like Zeus. Thinking that you cool till I pull up like Zeus. Thunder in the sky, light you up like Zeus.
Trump and indicted and they
Call me
one
Zeus.
charge and they turned it in for 36 charges.
Wow.
Jack Smith, deranged Jack Smith, and he's a big Trump hater. Openly, he's a Trump hater. And his wife is even more of a Trump hater. He's deranged Jack Smith. He's deranged Jack Smith.
Let's go! Lizzie on the beat like Zeus. Let's go! Pizza Love on the beat like Zeus. RMC on the beat. Diva!
You heard about free.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen.
He's deranged Jack Smith. He's deranged
Yeah, ladies.
Jack Smith.
It's me.
He's deranged
It's Zeus.
Jack Smith. He's deranged. Jack Smith. And he's the big Trump hater. Openly, he's a Trump hater. And his wife is even more of a Trump hater. Did the FBI do that? Because they also did something. Donald Trump documents all over the floor. Donald Trump is indicted, and they take one charge and they turn it into 36 charges.